Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. This is the look that I've created today. Don't mind the hair, I am useless at hair, so I've tried my hardest, I've tried my best, and this is the result. But I'm quite happy with how this makeup turned out. So I'm gonna create this into a bit of a series, I think, just because I love doing things like this. I'm doing it anyway, so I may as well video it and show you all. That's my logic. So what I've done is I've taken a random name generator. Is that what it is? No. Spinner. Name spinner. I have put in the names of all of the Disney princesses. I don't think I've missed any out. So what I've done is I've listed all of the Disney princesses, and I am going to randomly pick one for each video and try and create a look inspired by that Disney princess. This is the look today. You can see from the title the result of the random generator spinner wheel thing. Like I said in my last video, please ignore the state of my lockdown nails. I know that they're a state. Mind your business. So let's get into the tutorial. Right, so I'm going to spin this wheel blue on blue because that's really stressing me out more than it probably should. Right, so I'm excited. Who are we doing? Belle! We're doing Belle! I'm excited. Ooh, okay, right, let's try this. So I have already prepped my skin with moisturising products because it is currently winter and therefore my skin dries out very, very quickly. I'm going in with the ILLAMASQUA Hydra Veil Primer. This gives my skin even more moisture even after I have prepped my skin. I managed to drop some stuff onto my lap. How embarrassing. Next, I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Hydrating Longwear Foundation in shade 110, and I'm applying that with a damp beauty blender. Belle is a natural beauty, so I wanted to keep my skin makeup as natural looking as possible, so I have strategically placed it in the places where I have darkness and redness. You don't need to place foundation all over your face. If you place it in just the places where you need it, you can get just as full a looking coverage without it looking cakey. I have quite dry eyelids, so I am able to use foundation or concealer as an eye primer, but if you have oily eyelids, as most people do, then I'd recommend using a primer instead. Next, I'm going in with the Milk Makeup Flex Concealer. I'm strategically placing this on my under eyes in just the places where I see darkness that wasn't covered by the foundation. You don't need to create a big triangle or a big smudge of concealer under your eyes for it to look full coverage. I'm also spot concealing. The shade of concealer I'm using is Porcelain. To get the best coverage from concealer, you should leave it on your face to become tacky for about 2 minutes. So in the meantime, I am going to go in with the MODELCO Clear Brow Gel. I am now strategically blending out the concealer that I've put on my under eyes and on my blemishes without moving the product too much away from the spots that I placed them. Belle has very thin, dark eyebrows, so to make my eyebrows look even more full, I'm going to go in with the Revlon Colorstay Brow Tint in the colour Soft Brown. I'm not convinced entirely that it's my actual brow colour, but we're going to roll with this all the same. I'm not using this product as it is intended as a tint. I am merely drawing in any sparse areas in a hair-like fashion with little strokes in the direction of my natural brow hairs. I'm now going in with the Hourglass Veil Translucent Powder. To remove any fine lines that I have under my eyes and around my nose, I am taking a dry sponge and I am using that to place on some loose powder on my under eyes and around my nose after blending out any of the product that may have creased with a damp beauty blender. I'm now taking a fluffy powder brush just to set the rest of my face. I am going in with the Body Shop Shimmer Waves bronze and I am using a fluffy bronzer brush. Using it on my jawline to create that clipped effect. Placing some on my forehead to create the illusion of a smaller forehead. And placing some all over my nose from the bridge to the tip, as Nikki Tutorials suggests you should do when contouring your nose. I'm taking my dry sponge and my Hourglass Veil Translucent Powder and I am using that to snatch in my nose. Belle has very rosy cheeks, so I am using the Beauty Crop Stargazing Blush Duo in the shade Orion Glow with a fluffy complexion brush. She has rosy cheeks quite high up on her cheekbones, so I am emulating that here. To continue with that illusion of a small button nose, I am just placing a little bit of the blush on the tip of my nose as well. I want to create an even smaller looking nose, so I'm going in with the Laura Geller Baked Gelato Illuminator in Gilded Honey. I am using the highlighter just along the bridge of my nose and very small amount on the tip of my nose. Now for the eyes, this is the best bit. Going in with the Makeup Obsession Love Is My Drug palette. And I am going to be using the shade Smitten. I'm applying this with the Body Collection large eyeshadow brush just to set my eyelids in a tapping motion. Smitten is very close to my natural skin colour, however it's slightly lighter, which will give the effect of slightly brighter eyes. Next I am using the Spectrum B07 brush and using the shade Cherish. I'm using this as a transition shade in my crease. I'd describe Belle as quite a soft character, so I'm trying my best to create a more rounded shape to the eyeshadow, just so that it looks a little bit softer. Next, using that same brush, I'm going to be using a mixture of Fixated and Devotion, and I'm going to blend that into the outer third of my eyelid, making sure not to go above that transition shade. I'm also blending it a little bit through my crease. Next, with my finger, I am going to be using this shimmery gold shade called Admire. And I'm going to be placing that over my entire lid, making sure not to go over the eyeshadow that I have already placed. Blend the shades together. Lastly, I am going in with this darker gold shade called Spark, and I am using that just to create a smoother transition between the Devotion and Fixated and Admire. Using a small pencil brush, I am going to be placing eyeshadow on my under eyes. I wasn't entirely sure what to do with this, so I decided to build up the colour gradually, starting off with Cherish. I placed Cherish under my entire eye. Next, with the same brush, I am going in with the shade Fixated, and I am placing that on the 2 outer thirds of my eye. Going back in with the shade Devotion and using that in the outer third of my eye. Going back in with the Spectrum B07 brush just to blend everything on my under eye out to make it appear softer. Going in with the Rimmel London Glam'Eyes Professional Liquid Liner in the shade Black Glamour. I wanted a very small, thin wing for this look to keep up with the soft glam. Going in with the Rimmel London Scandaleyes Volume On Demand Mascara. Now I wanted to incorporate something that was similar colour and represented the rose in the Beauty and the Beast, so I decided to do that with my lips. I've gone in with 2 shades of the Body Shop Matte Lip Liquid, and that's Crete Carnation, which was slightly too orange for the colour I was after, and Windsor Rose, which was slightly too dull for the colour that I was after. But mixed together, they worked perfectly. Next, with my hair, I decided that me and Belle have a fairly similar level of waviness to our hair, which was a godsend because I had a lecture in about 20 minutes and did not have time for the life of me to curl or straighten my hair. I decided with difficulty to bring my hair into a middle parting, having already blow dried it in a side parting. I am utterly useless at hair, so the look that I created with my hair is very easy and simple. Please don't expect anything more. I decided to pull the top half of my hair into a mini ponytail on the back of my head before twisting the ponytail round in on itself. I decided to pull out a couple of hairs at the front just to give it that wispy and carefree look that represents Belle. And here is the finished look. I am well aware that I'm not wearing anything remotely Disney princess like. It's a little pyjama t-shirt. It's lockdown, no one sees me, so I'm just gonna wear pyjamas all day. I am useless at hair, I'm well aware of that, just because I couldn't manage anything else. But I'm quite happy with how the makeup turned out. Yes, I like it. I'm not sure what I was feeling with these. I think I pulled out too much hair when I was loosening it off a bit. That'll do. Does that work? Okay. So guys, I hope you enjoyed my video. Let me know what you liked and what you didn't like about it, because this for me is a learning curve. I am still very, very new to YouTube. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up and press that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.